They've been being interviewed all day long. So
Not really all day long. This is like our fourth one.
yeah? Anything left to say at all?
Really
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing? Just want to sort of sit around and
Shit.
what is the rubbish?
Do you know the history of our band?
Please God.
Vaguely, but remind me, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll tell
It's
you.
only, I got a lot of stuff from Amazon, and it's like...
Well, they started out as these little fuck-ups from a small town from Aberdeen, and all they did was smoke pot and spray paint the walls and stuff, and they're all rebellious, and they didn't like their parents, and had to find a new outlet for all their rebellious energy. So they started a band with a drummer, and then they kicked that drummer out, and then they got another drummer, and they kicked that drummer out, and then they got another drummer, and then they kicked that drummer out, and then they got another. Then they made a record
with that drummer.
with that drummer,
Kicked that
then they
drummer
kicked
out.
them out, and then they got another one.
And then they,
Then they borrowed one,
we borrowed
borrowed from the Melvins, this guy named Dale Griffin, and then he couldn't stay. And then they got another one. They kicked him out, and then.
Well, wasn't that you?
Oh yeah,
You're back again. That's it.
I'm
We've
back
gotten
again.
over our problem.
So.
I don't even know who all the drummers were.
In the meantime, they toured a couple times and put out some records and stuff, and people liked them.
I could probably like walk down the street and run into one.
Run into a drummer and not even
Drummer's
recognize
nice
somebody.
spider.
Where's I seen?
Ex-drummer.
Yeah.
So loads of drummers, and another guitarist somewhere on the line.
That's something. I thought that was a wet dream.
That was a big. It wasn't a wet dream. It was a nightmare. It was a mistake. It was
One of the many mistakes.
magnitude, heavy
He
magnitude.
got credit on the
played
record.
drums.
He didn't even play.
So it's just like you two, one's Davidson thingy and the other one's Nigel thingy, exploding
Right.
drummers left, right and centre.
Right.
Yeah.
So, someone said to me, what lies beyond the promise of the power chord?
Rhythm.
Melody.
The Dorian mode.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Thank you.
I could answer that. So what questions have other people asked you already today? But,
Just how
no, you're
how
doing
we're
okay.
doing.
yeah, I mean, I got this thing.
You and Marjorie, what lies beyond the power chord? Over
The promise of the power chord.
The promise of the power chord.
Percussion.
The promise of.
A good time.
Hey, beer drinking, girl fucking, crack smoking.
Clean guitars, but it's like a sharp edge to them. Augmented chords.
Yeah?
Never
That's a good
know.
answer.
Overindulgent masturbatory jack off. Time signatures.
Xylophones.
Xylophone.
Absolute vodka.
Okay. Someone was going to come down with me today and he said, like, ask him a few questions. He didn't make this. Someone came enough and said, you're going to die. You know who it was.
Who's it? Anton?
No, somebody was going to come down with me to interview him.
Oh.
He got a phone call at his
You
house.
were gonna die?
Yeah, it's like someone phoned up.
Some fishing.
And he's a bit worried, so he couldn't make it. But he asked me if he wants to be, do you like Metallica?
We used to. I used to
Yeah.
like Metallica when Kill 'Em All came out. But that's just about the only metal I've ever appreciated besides
Yeah.
old stuff like
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin
It's
stuff like that.
It's
Yeah.
funny.
Higher
I
than that.
don't have like a total animosity, hatred towards them, as I do with most metal bands. I just look at them and say, these guys are fucked up, and bad. And I see Metallica, it's like, I have some.
Because
They don't
they
irk
write
me.
good songs.
Yeah,
you
they-
know?
Well, they didn't. They
have some
never. I don't think
dominance.
they ever had to kiss anybody's ass. You know. I mean, they kind of made it doing what they do, and I respect them for
They
that.
made metal street on a street level again, in a real way. But
I don't
there's-
think.
metal's a good idea. It's just too bad that it's saturated with bullshit right
What was happening?
now. What?
Hasn't it always been?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
Well, Judas Priest was a damn good band.
Is it? I don't remember them being angry.
I bet I could put on a good priest
Yeah,
record.
I'm sure there are.
I bet I could find a good priest record. We'd all sit around and go, yeah, this is pretty cool.
Mm.
You know? But could you do that with a Wasp record or
Nothing.
anything there on the floor?
Anything in this
you know?
pile.
Anything in this
Thrash,
pile?
Iron Maiden, Kiss.
Pile of shit.
Well,
there.
Kiss. Look at Kiss, man.
Kiss is cool. Kiss is heavy metal. But
Kiss is
I mean,
metal.
yeah, but that was more of like the glammy stuff. You know, stuff
British,
from the
British metal.
Yeah, from the late, you know, from the early 80s on.
Yeah.
Well, Judas Priest is 70s too. Some
Well, that Saxon stuff.
Saxon
New
is
wave,
garbage.
British metal.
Yeah, I didn't know.
But then there's Swedish.
Early Iron Maiden was cool before they got that Luciano, Tom Jones, Power
The fat kids.
4 foot tall.
Yeah.
The Dolphins are the new wave of heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Fuck yeah. They're the heaviest band in the world.
They're actually a punk band,
Sound like metal.
but
Slow down.
they could appeal to a metal audience if the metal audience were to just open their minds a bit.
Or had a brain. Or mind to open.
Yeah. Well, maybe you'll take some mind-expanding substance. You know, things are different now. You know, start talking about.
Yeah, then you end up with something like all these British bands that are like this, little kiddies who follow them and stuff like that.
ABBA. ABBA.
Yeah,
That's a
I know
metal
people.
band.
I just find it weird, just like a couple of interviews with them recently, like everyone was saying about they're just like so knackered because they've got 5 or 6 interviews in a day. I can't get down to like this kind of day. So,
Because you
Like,
give the answers, those guys, heavyweight answers.
well, saying them just, well, I don't know what I should say, maybe I didn't have that much to ask them, but I certainly didn't have that much to say.
Yeah.
So do you like those sort of like sound? You don't force it,
We love it.
Yeah?
As people.
As a band?
And as a band.
As
Yeah.
a band, sure.
I like Soundgarden's one of my main bands.
So you like, well,
There's room in my heart for Soundgarden.
what about Vaseline?
Oh, there's room in my heart for Vaselines too.
Yeah?
I love them.
Well, my heart's pretty much filled up with the Vaselines. I'd say my heart would hold this much Vaselines and that much Soundgarden.
Yeah? More Vaselines than Soundgarden.
Yeah, but I don't know, same, speaking of my heart too, it's like, it's cool that Soundgarden has a place in my heart, because my heart has a backwards R on it, and that's for opinions are us, you know what I mean? I judge bands really heavily, ruthlessly, opinionated, opinions up the ass. I guess my asshole has an R too.
For rectum.
I'm just gonna wreck them.
Other bands you like, yeah, what about that? Like, or feel, maybe the Pixies with. Would be like the Pixies. Did you see them last night? Yeah.
Not last night, the night before.
Yeah.
Loved it. Was blown away. Been wanting to see them for years.
I've never seen them. So.
Fantastic.
They've played in England sometimes, just never ever. Maybe I should.
You should.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great.
Fear.
Sure. Yeah. Maybe we need to do a Fear record again. The Wipers, Devo. Just stuff. I don't know. It's most of the stuff that I find myself listening to is just stuff that I've been listening to for the past 10 years. Just always reverting back to it because there isn't much going on right now. And there really aren't any contemporary bands that I really like besides the Pixies, Vaselines. Mudhoney. Yeah, love Mudhoney. It's such hard times just with Sub Pop. Definitely.
I mean, do you like all the other bands or something?
Yeah.
The Dwarves.
No, I don't like the Dwarves.
Hey?
Fuck no. Well,
I like
the
the album
cover.
cover.
I like the album cover. I like the single.
Well, that's